Have you ever heard of Senator Grebleips in The Phantom Menace? If you have, comment below and let me know. I'm really interested because this is the first time I've heard of him. I knew who he was. I saw him on the movie, but I didn't know what his name was. So if you don't know, in The Phantom Menace, when Senator Amidala calls for a vote of no confidence in The Phantom Menace, which I actually saw with my daughter yesterday and this morning because she wanted to see it for the first time. There's aliens that look like E.T., and they show them very quickly after Amidala calls for the vote of no confidence. And the senator that is the E.T. style alien is named Senator Grebleips. Well, I found an article that goes into his backstory, which is pretty fun. So stick with me and I will tell you about this senator. And it actually does not have a happy ending, which makes me sad. But it's an article I found and I will share it with you. Let's see. All right. The story of the E.T. senator in Star Wars doesn't have a happy ending. And if you know what happened to him before you read or before we go through the article, comment below and let me know also, because this is the first I've heard and it's pretty interesting. So the story of the E.T. senator in Star Wars doesn't have a happy ending. Maybe it's not a happy ending because they don't have any Reese's Pieces here in their little donut, their floating donut. I don't see any Reese's Pieces. But this was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, so. The Star Wars universe is full of thousands of colorful, distinct creatures and characters with plenty of aliens and other beings that make the galaxy feel bigger and lived in. Likewise, many of the creatures serve as cool references, like the Zillo Beast being a big homage to Godzilla, or arguably the best references in the franchise, E.T. Yes, E.T., the titular extraterrestrial from E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The lovable naked alien has a little role in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, as a senator seen in the Senate scene when Padme moves for a vote of no confidence on Chancellor Finis Valorum, an unfortunate moment that allowed Sheev Palpatine to become Chancellor and eventually Emperor. And they said in the movies that it was Jar Jar Binks that destroyed the Republic, but it was actually Padme who got the ball rolling. If you can believe that, she got old Sheev Palpatine to become Chancellor. It's a short and sweet reference, one that doesn't imply a larger role and is certainly not a tragic fate for the character. Officially named Grebleips, more on that later, or does it? It turns out Senator Grebleips, who almost appeared in Revenge of the Sith, interesting, met a tragic fate. You see, during the final days of the Clone Wars, Grebleips became more and more involved in galactic politics and crossed paths with some major players. This culminated in Grebleips joining the delegation of 2000, a group of legislators Padme helped form that protested Palpatine for his unconstitutional actions, which eventually turned into the Rebel Alliance. Unfortunately, this was before Palpatine acquired unlimited power and declared himself Emperor. Following Order 66, he dedicated himself to hunting down any and all opponents, including politicians. In issue 84 of Star Wars Insider, a segment of the in-universe HoloNet news tells of how Imperial intelligence arrested 63 senators on charges of conspiracy and treason for their role in the Jedi Rebellion. All 63 senators belonged to the delegation of 2000, including Grebleips of Brodo Asagi. Wow, what a name. Grebleips, the rebel senator. Senator Grebleips originated as a tribute to George Lucas's friend Steven Spielberg, after Spielberg had already included a nod to Star Wars in the 1982 film E.T. the Extraterrestrial by showing a kid dressed as Yoda on Halloween which makes E.T. seemingly recognize him as a kin. Lucas returned the favor by including E.T. in the Star Wars universe. However, what initially seems like just a fun and innocent nod has taken on a bigger life in the years since The Phantom Menace was released. For one, the 2001 novel Cloak of Deception by James Luceno finally gave the E.T. senator a name, Grebleips, which is literally Spielberg spelled backwards. What's more, the novel specifies Grebleips' homeworld as being Brodo Asagi. That is one of the many names given to E.T.'s homeworld in the 1985 novelization of E.T. titled The Book of the Green Planet and written by William Kotzwinkle. William Kotzwinkle. Does that mean the franchises themselves are connected? And more so, does this mean that Earth is part of the Star Wars universe if a citizen of Brodo Asagi once got lost there? Much to ponder. Well, I thought that was some really cool lore that they came up with for Senator Grebleips. And now you know. It's kind of sad that he was rounded up with those other senators as rebel conspirators. I'm wonder why they didn't arrest Bail Organa. I think the Emperor didn't arrest Bail Organa because he was so liked and loved by the Senate, but he kept a sharp eye on him, and he would send Darth Vader to Alderaan every so often, especially when Obi-Wan and Yoda gave Leia to Bail Organa. There was a book or a comic where it said that Bail was freaking out because Darth Vader came to Alderaan, and he was chasing after one of the rogue senators of Alderaan, actually, but he wanted to meet the baby, and Bail was about to throw away his life trying to protect Leia, and he was going to, try to kill Darth Vader to protect Leia, and Darth Vader got a call and got called away from seeing the baby, Leia, because they found the senator, the rogue senator. So, yeah, little lore there too. Interesting stuff with Star Wars and how it's all interconnected. But I thought it was really funny how Steven Spielberg did E.T. and E.T. was dressed as a ghost, and he's walking down the street, and he looks over and he sees Yoda, some kid dressed as Yoda, and he starts walking after him going, phone home, So George Lucas thought, well, I'll return the favor, and he did in The Phantom Menace and showed E.T.-like aliens in the donuts. And there was a lot of speculation. Was it E.T. aliens or was it not? Just a lookalike? But George Lucas came out and said, yes, these are part of the E.T. alien group, because I did it for funsies, trying to, make Steven Spielberg smile, I guess, and return the favor from E.T. movie. Well, what did you think of the article? What do you think about Senator Grebleips? I thought it would have been pretty cool to see him in Revenge of the Sith. And also, if they could have put him in the Clone Wars, that would have been pretty cool. Seeing him sitting there talking to Amidala or whatever. Well, lost chances, right? Maybe someday they'll bring the E.T. aliens into the Star Wars movies. Well, if you're enjoying my content, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And that's it for this video. But come back for more sci-fi and Star Wars content, more live streams, more Black Series unboxings. And remember, the Force will be with you always. And check out this video. I bet you'll really like it.